Hello everyone, my name is Tali and I'm here with Menace Monk. We have got our next 64-70 randomizer event. Today is Darkman versus McNeills. I have got Menace Monk with me and we also have in the booth with us mcneills. How are you doing, mcneills?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good.
I'm doing fantastic. How are you feeling about today?
You know what? I'm feeling a little nervous. I don't have that protection of losing one and then I can keep going. If I don't, it's a make or break for me right now, and that kind of makes me a little more nervous going into this race. I'm hoping my nerves calm down as I start moving Mario around.
I think you'll do fantastic. Obviously we spoke a little bit before this started and we were talking about your advice for people who are coming into it. But what would be your advice for someone in your position, at your level? What is the key thing to keeping your time down?
I don't want to give Darkman any advice right now. But
Love the competitive fighting spirit. I'm so excited to see what you do today. Both of you being third place in your respective categories, I think this will be amazing to see. And
thank you so much for having me, guys.
PB. Oh, so I think both runners smiling away on the screen there, looking fantastic, by the way. I think they're both ready. I think everyone's got the seeds set up. Honestly, I'm just excited about this. And McNeil, I can't wait to see what you do today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. The tournament's been great. You guys have been very professional and very, very fun and entertaining to watch.
Well, that is so kind of you, and thank you so much. It is an honor to be here representing the Cool Cat Gang and the 70-star randomizer event. So Menace, what are you most excited about for today? What do you really want to see?
Well, that's a good question. I would like to see both these runners finish the race in a competitive time. That's what I want to see.
I think every time that I've commentated, the other person hasn't finished the run. I just want to see people finish the runs today. I don't mind how it goes. Just finish out the run. Give me something to watch for the rest of my night.
Yeah, well, exactly.
The next hour of my night. I am very excited. I can see we've already got some people in the chat getting excited for the event to start. I think everyone is set up. So hopefully we will see these runners getting going. There we go. We're in.
Let's go. We do have a prediction running right now. So if everyone wants to do a quick little vote, who they think will win.
We do have a prediction, and that is Mods doing a phenomenal job. So a big thank you to all the mods for the Cool Cat Gang. Doing amazing. Be honest with us, Menace, was it you who made?
It was me, yes, I did the prediction.
Well, thank you so much for doing so. Both of our runners are running on the same seed.
Yeah, Darkman already took a death in the slide in CCM.
Absolutely tragic. Starting in CCM though, how would you feel in a run starting in CCM?
Yeah, I don't really know because I haven't got many opinions on Randomizer. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. But all I know is try not to die. That's kind of like the main thing.
Try not to die. That's the best advice I think that we could get.
Exactly.
No, I think there's quite a few open stars in this, but there's also the fact that there's 2 penguins.
Yeah.
Imagine finding the wrong penguin.
That is true. Yeah.
You know what? I would never go for reds in this stage, and I'll be really shocked if either of these do. They're both. I think this is the first one that I've done where both people competing are professionals within the randomizer space, and I'm actually really excited to see what movement they're going to use throughout this, because I'm not that clued up on randomizer, to be honest. I've been taking tips throughout the entire period. They don't know they're actually tips myself. See if I can get into randomizer.
Yeah. I mean, so far the only thing that seems a bit different from them is McNeil's opted to do the penguin race and grab that extra star, as Darkman opted to just go straight down the slide and not race the penguin. That seems to be the only actual difference so far.
Oh, well, Darkman's got a penguin. And I'm so excited to know which one.
Oh, there we go. It's the right one.
And that is fantastic. But McNeil is just noped out. He's not even going to attempt. You know what's funny? As you know, I was speaking to McNeil and he was saying that the most important... Sorry to interrupt. He's gone straight into Dark World. This is fantastic. Because little known fact that everyone knows, but I didn't when I started this, they are actually running on a seed that does not allow you to continue without completing Bowser.
Yes.
I think that's such an interesting concept. I also think it puts him at a huge advantage already having Dark World.
Yeah, it just opens up a lot more to him.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm one of those that I do more later stars. I'm actually a fan of TTC, believe it or not.
Yeah.
People hate me for it. They're like, how do you like it?
It's all right.
I don't think it should be too hard to find this though.
Yeah.
Considering it was in, I think it was in the Princess Peach's Secret Slide.
Yes, it was.
Oh, fantastic. Great place for that to be, for both runners. And yes, I've just had confirmed Niels is shadowless due to the plugin that's being used. Both these are obviously running on emulator, so we will expect to see certain things that might be slightly different, but they are both verified to be running on the same system, seed, everything. We did a lot. Oh, and there we go. We've now got 2 in Dark World. And hopefully...
Get the lovely skyboxes on Darkman's screen though.
I know, it looks so pretty, doesn't it?
It really does.
Big contrast between the hell that is Dark World.
Yeah.
I truly hate Dark World with a burning passion that could light 1,000 suns. So I can't imagine it randomized.
Yeah. Well, McNeil's opting just to go straight out of the aquarium. I mean, I know it can sometimes take a while, but it's normally worth having a look to see how close the reds are. Because if you're quite lucky, it's not too bad of a start to actually get.
I guess that's true. I guess that is true. But I wouldn't personally do aquarium. But that's just because I'm terrible at swimming. Oh, and look at King Bomb in the perfect location right there. Both of them are going to have a great time with that. So, for those who are watching, I know you can see him that it's 7 stars to 5, but he has already completed the Bowser fight, whereas obviously Darkman is just coming into this. So it does give them a bit more.
Yeah. I do enjoy watching BLB and Randomizer because it's a lot of multitasking, racing the Cooper, trying to battle the King Bomb.
Oh, I love that they do half the stars while they're racing the Cooper. Because it finally gives me some credence for that star. I am personally a 120 enjoyer. What I cannot stand is standing and waiting for him to show up. And I'm not good enough to do the big boy strat and run off and grab the bomb. I've got to open that before I go after him. So I'm just stood there.
You're just
like
waiting. Yeah, that's not a nice feeling.
Definitely not.
Yeah, McNeil's just taking a moment here, just trying to find his surroundings. I think he did see a star in the distance, so if he'll opt to go to that. I think it was near the poles. Oh no, a bit of the right to the poles. So we'll see what he does. Mess around with the bomb.
He's just doing big bomb casually.
But yeah, there we go. Darkman did also opt to do those red coins in the aquarium. So it's just small little changes from both runners. Yeah, he did see that star. And he's found the box star as well.
I was going to be terrified if that was just a one-up. And for one moment I just went, wait, is there a one-up box in here?
I think in B.O.B. there's only one box.
Yeah, no.
So yeah.
So that was the good news. But you know, this game just gives you fear.
It really does.
Gives me fear. Ooh, this is. Yeah. These are in locations.
Yeah, this is actually not doing too bad with the flying. I think even that's actually doing really well there.
I would have lost my heck to that.
Yeah.
They were absolutely everywhere. Oh, and he didn't open the wing cap.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't need it.
I don't know, I just feel like it can be useful, especially
Yeah.
in SSL. When everything's randomized. Where's the box?
Guessing it's probably halfway down the slide.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's usually a very safe star.
yeah, I'd prefer just to straight up send it all the way down and see if you find the box. Because if you're lucky enough, you can grab that, and if you're quick enough, like right there, oh, you missed it, but you'd be able to get that and still win the race and get both stars at the same time.
I wouldn't have gone back for that. I would not have gone back for that. I would have. He's just killing himself. I would have. That made me anxious. My leg was shaking so much there.
So McNeil's now going to, I believe this is BBH.
I believe so. I think we saw Darkman doing some of BBH before. And to answer a question about why the chests are like that, because they are randomized, they do have the numbers above them. I believe this is because you can't realistically know which is which when they've been randomized. But it does show the number above them all.
That's a big eyeball.
Hey, it's nice not to need the vanish cap for once.
Yeah.
So, question: would you go downstairs?
Probably not, personally, but I'm not one of the many talented speedrunners at Randomizer, so McNeil's is proving me wrong.
No, I believe you, yes.
Okay, I like this. I like that. Having a cheeky little peek through the wall.
You know what?
I hope that was intended.
To see some of the things that they do to figure this out. It's
Yeah.
honestly mind-blowing. I love thinking about strats and where they originally came from. Because you see some things, it's like, who in their right mind realised that that could be done?
Yeah.
McNeil nopes out of that room.
Yeah, I can't remember how many stars he's got in here, but I know Darkman didn't stay in here for too long, so there we go, he's out.
Yeah, McNeil went for the 2 and dipped. But as you can see, McNeil has a slight lead with the 15 stars. And you know what? I think part of it is due to the fact that, you know, not only he's been waiting for the race, but it's that early Dark World. It really can make a big difference.
Yeah.
I think he's had a better selection of rooms that he's gone into.
Yeah, and Darkman did have a early death.
Yeah, definitely is going to bring it down.
Yeah, we'll see how he deals with these red coins and the wing cap.
This is one thing that I love. I've noticed that most runners do actually do the 100 coin in once.
Yeah, there's a I can't remember how many coins there actually are in the stage, but I know it's it's a lot. So even with them being a bit random, you can normally, he's already got 50 coins, so he's already halfway there.
Do you know what I love? That he paused to get a view of the map. That is super, super cool. That kind of stuff is implemented.
Oh, yeah.
He did not want to cooperate. Oh no.
Oh, okay, that was
Ooh.
that was very close. That
And you know what?
made it look easy.
Darkman getting very much an easy time with that box somehow, but McNeil's clutch there was incredible to see. I love Mario. This is the one game, and its movement is so completely unique to Mario 64 that it's just it's everything.
Perfect game, some might say.
I wouldn't go that far. I've had some bad experiences with Mario 64.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think everyone has, to be fair as well. Yeah.
I was playing it 3 days ago, and honestly felt like I was losing my mind. So that always makes me laugh. So we never actually use it in speedruns, but if you do step on the back of the womp, it gives you like an extra 5 coins. And the only reason I know that is because I once had someone try to impress me by going, I'll race you to get every coin within Womp's Fortress. And I was like, there's got to be like a kicker here. And then I noticed it. And I saw him do it, and I copied. And I was like, there we go. He tried to trick me. But we never use it. Absolutely never use it. Menace wouldn't change a thing about this game, especially the 16 speedrun category.
I don't like being called out here. Like,
I just thought I'd give you a chance to respond.
This game is totally perfect. It's fair. Yeah.
Fun and fair.
Yeah. I think everybody needs to go through a 16-star arc and absolutely hate themselves while doing it. It's kind of part of the game.
Did you see Darkman going for that coin with the triple jump there? That was spicy.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Oh.
Okay.
No! Don't take it back! No!
Yikes! That was. I don't know what he could do there. He's kind of stuck.
Oh my god, my heart bled. My heart absolutely bled. I laughed out of complete nervousness, by the way. Complete respect to the runner. That is an awful thing to happen. It was pure nerves that made that noise appear from me.
At least Darkman knows where the red coins are now.
True. I hope he gets another spicy triple. Okay, it seems that Darkman may have paused briefly. Hopefully we'll be reconnected in just a moment.
There we go, we're back.
We're back.
Kind of.
Professionals!
Oh, Neil's missing. Mips. Now for the best part of the run. Seeing how long it takes to grab it. There we go. Didn't take too long.
I love when Mips gets a mind of his own, but I also hate it. Darkman splicing accusations in the chat. I believe it's actually just poor connection, but we'll bear that in mind for any further accusations.
I'm sure it'll all work out in the end.
Hopefully we'll get a good connection from Darkman back in just a moment, but for now, we can see McNeil also in Fire Sea, also going for the Reds. Do you think we're going to see another death in Fire Sea? And please, no Caster's Curse on this. I will be very upset if I cause that.
I think we'll be okay. McNeil's is taking a very methodical approach to this. With, as you mentioned earlier, all the pauses to kind of see where he's going, find all the coins. See how he reacts with this. Nice.
Did he grab the one underneath? Oh, do you see the red on the left side?
Okay.
That's possibly the worst position that a red can be in, but luckily still within. Yeah, there we go.
I mean, yeah, fair play for going for it.
I give him that. I would not have attempted that in my wildest dreams, but I'm also not third place at the 70-star randomizer either.
That is true.
And going straight into the start and they're both entering Fire Sea Bowser at the same time.
Crazy.
Crazy. You wouldn't have thought they'd both end up here together, but here we are.
Yeah. With just a slight difference in stars.
Just like. Oh, and it seems we've lost Darkman's camera. Oh, and he's suddenly in DDD.
Yeah, I think we're caught back up now.
I think we're fully caught back up. It seems like the camera just wanted to show us the side-by-side Dark World.
There's chests right on top of each other. I don't think he can he get them?
McNeil's died in Fire Sea.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Did he?
There's
I think he's just ex.
Can he get this chest? This is a really awkward one for. There we go. that was tight. For Darkman.
I think every time I've seen this, it's been that close, and I just don't know how they do it. I can barely get them when they're far apart from each other. But luckily, with that being caught up, it does look a lot better for the distribution of stars, to be specific. There does seem to be a few missed stars. With them both in DDD, who do you think will head upstairs first?
McNeil's. that is my thing.
You know what? I'll agree with you.
Oh my God! Let's go.
Spicy!
Holy moly! McNeil's just absolutely blowing this game out the water. That was insane. That is wild.
I can't believe that, but I'm impressed by it. So there is a few stars, as I'm sure you'll have seen, that completely don't change in 70-star randomizer. I believe this is the location of the red coins and stars that are dependent on placement, such as this one.
Yeah.
I love that there is the. So even though you have to think on your feet, I would guarantee they plan some of the runaround. These things must do, surely.
Yeah, there's certain things I know that they look for in set stages, and they'll go for certain things and possibly not opt if some things don't align properly. It's kind of... I think most of the time they kind of have an idea on what their route is when they enter a set level.
Well, I was talking to... we were talking to McNeil's earlier, and I asked him, what would be your biggest advice for people who are coming into 70-star for the first time? And he gave us two main factors. Minimize castle movement, castle movement, and make good loops. So I guess that's exactly what you're saying about having the route around. They must have these loops planned in advance.
Yeah, I think that's the case, because we've seen a lot of the time with the vanilla runners that they tend to get a bit lost. I'm not really sure where they're going, and they'll sometimes commit way too long to a set level that they shouldn't really be in still.
Yeah, I've noticed it's more with levels that are quick for a regular run. But the levels that are quick in normal runs are not the ones that are quickest in here.
Yeah.
For example, Rainbow Ride. So Rainbow Ride, if you have good star spawns, that's easy money. Because a lot of the stars are in the air.
Yeah. Is McNeil's with a 10-star advantage is 9-star advantage is quite big.
Yes, but I'm wondering whether we're gonna have Darkman catch up. Using the warp in SSL. So, for people who don't know, there is multiple warps in this game. There's some in BOB, there's in here, and obviously the one in CCM we all use. But you never see the SSL one used. I love a good warp. So, what level do you think Metal Cap is going to be, and do you think any of them will try and go into Metal Cap to find out?
I have no idea, to be honest. There was one thing I didn't know about Randomizer, and that is if a level can be the like can be what it's meant to be, if that makes sense. So if you enter HMC, if it could actually be HMC, I wasn't really sure if that's an option.
I believe it can be.
Oh,
it
it can't
can't
anymore. Okay.
Oh, so it used to be able to.
I see. There's
Well,
too
that's
many things changing with Randomizer. It's kind of hard for everyone to keep on track.
So what you
Darkman is
saying?
trying to find all these secrets in here. There's McNeil's, when he entered here, he just opted to get out of here because he didn't want to climb all the way to the top.
But Menace, can I just confirm? So what you're saying is the randomizer is pretty random.
It's very random, some would say.
No, oh, there we go. He was just looking for that final. I love that little sweat wipe the brow. Oh, was he having a bit of trouble there, McNeil's, with his movement? He said he wasn't.
Here we go. I think Darkman. There we go. There's the little jump ahead.
I knew
in
it.
HMC.
I knew it, and
As he's out of HMC. Okay, so there's HMC. At least we know where it is.
So he'd really have to try that, because HMC, obviously, that would mean that Metal Cap would be... Oh, Metal Cap would be Vanish Cap. It's the only one left. McNeil first to upstairs, we were both correct. So that's really cool to see, and I'm so excited to see what... Yeah, straight into TTC. Some comments were made about TTC, and I very much hope he hasn't jinxed himself. Oh. Hey, going for the 100 in TTC is probably one of the better options for 100 coin. To the point that I don't believe it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe it is optional. I believe you have to get 100 coin here to be able to get the full 70 stars. I think you have to get a certain amount of them.
Yeah. Possibly. I can't be sure, to be honest.
I believe the last time I was talking to the randomizer, the randomizer experts in the tournament, they said that there were certain ones that you have to do, which is usually once, I believe that it was Wet Dry World, and TTC were mentioned. I can't remember any of the others. I'm absolutely terrible at memory. But I do believe those ones were mentioned. And Darkman going for the SBLJ. And it looks like he's just not been able to catch it. Absolutely heartbreaking stuff. That's going to waste quite a bit of time for him here. But having very good box and coin RNG on McNeil's over here. TTC is going wonderfully so far. I do not want to curse anyone, please don't. The elevator BLGA, sorry about that, Tabby. Yes, I have been corrected. It has been a long day.
Abby is out here with a vengeance, not letting anything slide today.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, he is entirely correct, and I thoroughly apologise for my incorrect vernacular. Oh!
Cheeky little invisible wall.
This is Super Mario Sunshine.
I mean, the way some of this stuff is like placed just completely randomly does actually make me feel like Super Mario Sunshine. There's some things about that game that just don't really make sense. You know, come on.
As a Super Mario Sunshine runner, as well as 64 runner, I will say they both make sense in their own ways, and I will not argue this anymore on Twitter.
Yeah, let's just spray this random bookcase to get a blue coin. Yay! Everybody will know to do that.
Okay, but on the other side, there's a passive way that you do the same thing with. And I was correct, going straight into Vanish Cap. Going in just to grab a life, which, to be honest, it's one of the more important things. Spacing out. I thought this was Battletoads. You know what? Why not? I've seen a few toads punched in my time. And finding the toad early as well, so that's a good move for him. He's getting all of the late stages. Has McNeil seen this before?
Oh, a tumble in TTC for Darkman.
McNeil's cursed him.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Darkman. He's really not having a good time. It's another
He's
tumble. It's the pressure can get to you. It happens.
I think in the 120, obviously, which is his main category, there's longer, so you have more chance to recover, and that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And on 70, it is a little more unforgiving because 70 is, you know, it's 40. He does it in 41 minutes.
Oof. McNeil's taking a dab, loses all his health, and then gets bodied to the floor.
Bodied.
God damn. But he's alright, he's got some time to mess around.
I think he's, unless we're gonna shoot forward 10 stars over on Darkman, I think he's in a pretty comfortable position, to be honest.
Yeah. But you never know. You don't know if McNeil's is actually aware, if they watch each other at all. I don't know what the rules are with Randomizer, if you can. But knowing where other people are in a race can always be a bit nervy.
Yes. I am a staunch watcher of other people while I race. I want to know exactly where they are. If you smell up the stream feed, you'll be arrested. Oh,
I think that's a valid response.
I think. I don't believe that's within our official rule set, but please do correct me if I'm wrong, Selen. Gladly will be corrected on the arresting of competitors. So, are you a long jump man or are you a side jump man in Rainbow Ride? Or I know you do a lot of 16, so if you've got an answer.
I do the side flip onto the block or whatever it is. If that's what you're on about.
No, I do the absolute same. I do not know how people do the long jump. The long jump makes me so anxious. It could just be that I'm bad at long jump.
No, it won't be that. Don't worry. It won't be that.
Manish is so sweet and such a liar. But it's okay. Because it's appreciated. Okay, so I can't see him going for reds at this point. He looks like, yeah, he's out of here. McNeil looking disappointed, but actually doing really well.
Yeah, he's got quite a few stars to try and find still, but quite a healthy lead.
I'd say so, and he's still got some good levels to go. And he's found the shell.
Whee. Oh, almost.
Oh.
I don't even know if he knew that star was there.
McNeil having a fantastic time already. SL is treating him very well. 3 stars at the very forefront. Unfortunately, still having a bit of technical trouble. Darkman. And he's 1 coin off the 100th coin.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything while he's got 99 coins at the top. I'm not going to say anything.
No, the pain.
I'm so sorry.
Having to climb all the way back up to where he spawned the star.
I'm never going to speak again. I'd like to remind everyone that I'm a nervous laugher, and this is absolutely... It's one of the worst case scenarios in this. The igloo star is also missing.
So far, this is my favourite part right now. McNeil's questioning his he just seems so lost right now. Like, where the hell was that? I'm sure it was literally always had to be in there. I thought it was one of those set stars.
I also believed it was a set star, but maybe not. But McNeil doesn't care. McNeil's out of here. McNeil is returning downstairs. He must have just.
Inside the walls.
I think he's just done for now with upstairs. I think he's got to a couple of levels. He knows Mips is here. Can grab him. Do a bit more of downstairs. Have a good time. Hopefully he'll have some more luck than he did with the last 2 levels. And Darkman going in to Rainbow Road.
God, that
Dark background.
Yeah, that made me do a little bit of a double take for a second. I got really confused.
Oh, and it looks like we've lost Darkman again.
No, I think we're synced up now. I think if it goes black, that's normally when we've managed to get back into sync.
Fabulous.
But yeah, Darkman just having a few internet issues, but we're doing the best we can with this current situation.
Hopefully it's not affecting his Mario play, but if he loses, at least he'll have something to blame. Darkman stream is a minute behind. So this is coming in from the past. Darkman is on 42 stars, but who knows how many he got in the next minute, so let's keep watching to find that out. Okay, back in HMC, I'm not surprised. There is some real...
He knows all the spots, McNeils.
I'm just so impressed. Just honestly so impressed.
Got the wall hacks on.
Absolutely. And I wonder if he will also go for the elevator BLJ. As wonderfully corrected by our very own Tabby. Oh, and it looks like Darkman's also going to try and find the igloo star. Let's hope that we can actually find it.
That'd have been quite an easy star to miss.
100%. Having a bit of trouble with his wall movement, but hopefully he will find the
no! Yeah. Let's see. Will Darkman find this? Since McNeil's had the trouble trying to find this star in here, see if we can spot it.
Fun fact: Darkman is a ROM hack.
Oh, it's right there.
After all that. But yes, Darkman does run a lot of ROM hacks, and I think that can be really helpful when going into 70-star random, because a lot of the movement that you use in these ROM hacks are absolutely applicable to the randomizer movement, because it's thinking on your feet, it's being used to weird strats, and it's also being used to doing things that you absolutely would never do in a run.
Yeah.
I'd say ROM hacks are definitely one of the best ways to improve a randomizer time, other than obviously running randomizer. And he's actually 2nd place in Super Juan Bros.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing, but yeah, it's an accomplishment nonetheless.
It is an accomplishment, 100%. And
how many other people run that?
I have no idea. I've never heard of it before in my life. But it's an achievement. And it does have multiple categories, so...
Yeah, Darkman does seem to be playing a bit better recently now. He's kind of found his footing a bit.
I love seeing someone get into the swing of it.
Yeah. And going for that 100 coin, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting, because you'll always see them do the secrets as well, and I love seeing the secrets away from the boxes, to see that they are actually, in at least this, given an ethereal shape. It's so interesting. And it's fun seeing them both do the secrets together. The star count might not be synced up, but they certainly are. What did he get hit by? Did he get hit off the spider? I just saw McNeil in damage frames and I could not see for the life of me what hit him. Okay, so the Koyan situation is it's not going fantastic for... Oh! McNeil is just straight up going to the other side. Hopefully he will find some blue stars hiding around there, because I do believe in this stage they can be on either side, even if the star is traditionally on the other. See?
There we go.
And literally, as I said, it proved my point, so there we go. I've done a fantastic job today. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Well done.
I'm going to live off that one correct prediction for my entire casting career.
You gotta take what you get sometimes.
Take your wins. 100% completely agree with you. Oh, Darkman going into Lethal Lava Land. McNeil didn't spend that much time here, but there isn't that much actually to spend time here because most of them are either floating around or fairly easy to get. Except for them bullies. I'll be honest here. I never know which bully is the correct bully when it's on Randomizer. And
Yeah,
I don't know how they do it.
No idea.
I am so impressed that they do, but I have no idea how. Honestly baffles me. If anyone who is watching can tell me how they know which one it is, I would be incredibly grateful. But if you could also give me wrong answers only, that would be even better. So yes, lovely. A shout out to the Racist Day. Remember, you can follow them both on Twitch, the platform you're watching this on. We have got Darkman and mcneills, and they're both fantastic runners. They run a multitude of categories. Darkman actually runs quite a lot of different games as well. So do check out both of our runners today. I'm going into the mix around the same time that Darkman did. So hopefully... Oh, why is he going back into DDD? Oh, I think that might have been a mistake. Or is he just trying to get to DDD? DDD, HMC. Oh no.
I do find it can be a really sketchy thing, knowing where to go. It can get really confusing. Like, trying to keep track of which level goes where have you been, where haven't you?
He hasn't been to once yet.
Oh my.
Well, this is going to be an easy catch-up. McNeil's PB is looking like it is possible. But I didn't want to say it. So...
Well, it's been said now, so we might as well commit to it.
Yeah, we're committed to it now. We are here for the McNeil's PB. We both said that we believed in him before he started, and he said that would carry him through, and clearly it must have, so good job us.
Just do it, McNeills. Just do it.
I'm hoping to see nothing too risky here. I love it. Not going for standing or moving left or right. Okay.
Consistent, nice.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Often not put it long jump across just from
I wouldn't do that.
a unlucky movement.
Okay. Everyone, we're into Bowser. This could be the moment where McNeil PBs. I hope you're all ready to count down the throws. So we've got one.
One.
Oh my god! And we're going in for the second, a very clean regrab. And we've got 2!
Hey.
Is this a more than 2 minute PB? And we've got to win!
3.
Oh my god! And he's coming out with a new EV of 42.06. That is fantastic! Can we have a huge GG in the chat right now for McNeils? He being in a competition against Darkman. And he's seen that celebration. And he was talking earlier about how he was worried because this was his last chance to get into the final few rounds. And you know what? He's done a terrific job. Don't forget to check him out, as well as our other competitor, Darkman, who is now coming on to 65 stars, as far as we're aware. He is actually a minute in the future, so be aware of it. There was a slightly delayed reaction on McNeil's, probably just checking to make sure that he had everything correct. I'm waiting for the tweet to go out. I'm sure it's going out as we speak. He being in a competition is huge. Darkman going for the final 4. Did you think we'd see a PB today, Menace Monk?
You know what? I didn't. He defied all odds. Incredible gamer. And that's what CCG is all about.
Absolutely. You can expect a PB, but we always hope for one, and no more well-deserved than McNeil's right now. And Tiny Huge Island just got the L. He was like,
yep.
Oh, I would have done the same. So I'm very much hoping that Darkman does finish this out. It's still not a bad run at all. Coming out with likely a 47. It's still great. Okay, 48 with that change of stage. Really does depend on the next stage that he's in, but it's still a great run and still better than some of our competitors did in their own matches. And that mole just wasn't having it.
Knifed him.
Oh,
you know, you gotta open the cannon. You know, it's part of the game.
Do you remember when we used to take the cannon to the mushroom?
Oh God.
I do not. I have actually never done it. So what I do is I used to, when I was a child, I used to log jump, long jump from the log, and that's how I used to get there.
I mean, that's the cool thing with this game, is that there are a few ways that even casually you would do it differently than as intended.
I think it's so fun to see how this is supposed to be done. And there we go, using the pause strat, trying to see if he can see any last second stars.
Yeah, he's got just one more star to get.
And there it is. I think we both saw it at the same time on that pause. Let's go, and we're going in to the final Bowser. And once again, big GG to McNeil, but let's keep our excitement for Darkman as he finishes out a great day in the competition. Only a couple minutes off PB is still huge. I love the background.
Nice and relaxed. No pressure.
No pressure.
Quite comfy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the grape! No, the grape!
No!
Oh, okay, yo, Darkman, he knows you can escape being grabbed out from the truck, yeah.
Did you know it's exactly 11 A presses?
I didn't know it was exactly that, but yeah.
Yes, you can, in exactly 11 A presses. It is very, very tight. It's got to be 11 A presses before he grabs you. It's actually an achievement on retro achievements.
I think you can do. There's two things you can do to escape. There's like the mashing of the A, but you can also move the stick from like neutral to a notch, and that counts as a press.
So I believe we've got McNeil joining us for an after-run interview. So he'll be joining us for the end of Darkman's run, which is likely already over because we can't see it for the minute ahead. And we'll be speaking to McNeil in just a moment.
Let's see these throws.
I am very excited. Hello, McNeil!
Hey.
We are just watching the Bowser throws. If you wouldn't mind, while we give Darkman just a moment of our attention, but thank you for coming in, and we will be speaking to you in just a moment.
No, for sure. Let me finish up.
So get ready for the throws, everyone. First throw, clean. Let's hope for a clean regrab, and there it is, beautiful. Going into the second throw, and we've got... Oh, and he still grabs it. Second throw in the regrab, perfect. And he's going to be finishing this up. I cast a curse. And there we go, that's the final throw, and Darkman is finished. It's looking like he's coming in with a 48-1x. Absolutely phenomenal job. You know, we can't all have our best days, but for one runner here, it certainly was their best day. GG to Darkman and McNeil. How does it feel to have PB'd? Have we
Sorry,
lost
could you repeat that question?
How does it feel to have PB'd?
Oh, I PB'd. I didn't even know, honestly. I rarely run this like settings, but it's a really fun tournament style settings to run. But honestly, that was a pretty good race for me. I felt like very smooth with my movement, and I followed my own advice, trying to limit as much time in the castle as possible. You know, Rainbow Ride was just like, nah, bro, you're not doing good here. And then I just, yeah.
We did see that. But can I just clarify with you? You didn't know you had PB'd?
No, I've only ever ran these settings in this tournament, and so this is actually my 4th time ever using these settings. So, this is the fastest I've ever done it. So yes, it is a PB. Then yeah, I just didn't make the real connection. Yeah. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Are you looking to PB in the next round too? Are we going to see a series of PBs from McNeil?
Nah, you know what? I kind of want to go slow in the next round just for fun.
You know what? I respect it. But no, congratulations. I know you'd said earlier that you were a bit worried about your movement. We both said we believed in you, but I would like to ask one question.
Yeah, sure.
So, Darkman took a fall in TTC. Did you have anything to do with this?
Oh, he did? Oh. Oh, that's pretty funny how I said like the way to win races is to hope your opponent falls in TTC. So that's pretty funny. Yeah.
We did question it. We said some comments were made in about TTC that we did wonder whether you were involved. So can you confirm or deny your involvement in that TTC fall?
You know what? My lawyer said I have to say no. So no.
Fantastic lawyer. No, honestly, it was. How did it feel like going into that final Bowser?
That was, you know what, that box there where I usually do my triple jump, like kind of almost messed me up, and I barely was able to make an act like the instead of like the angle triple jump, I had to go for a straight on one. I barely made that one, and then I'm just like, you know what, I have a gut feeling I'm ahead right now, because I don't watch the race obviously, because that's not fair.
Yeah.
But like I have a gut feeling I'm ahead right now. So instead of going for that wall, instead of going for left side, I just went straight for the pole and just played it as safe as possible. And then my Bowser throws were decently clean. So yeah, I felt pretty good to finish off strong for sure.
You definitely did. And welcome in, Darkman. A huge GGs. How did you feel in the run?
I played bad. I died so much at the beginning. That was crazy.
Yeah, I think that early death definitely had a huge impact on you, as well as the incident in Fire Sea. I no joke, screamed out loud when that happened.
Yeah, I almost game over at some point. It's crazy.
Absolutely
When I was in,
broke my heart.
yeah, when I was in TTC.
Yeah. McNeil having a little bashful.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't my day, but yeah, even if I play well, not sure I will be able to get a 42. So
Well,
yeah, it's still fine.
honestly though, you still ran a 48, which is still fantastic. Yeah, I don't want people to underestimate the sheer ability of these runners. Darkman, I recently found out you are in fact 3rd place in 120 randomizer.
Yeah, but on set seed, I think.
And that's phenomenal. And I was saying that maybe had this been a 120, you would have had more time to recover in that late game. But I just want to say you did fantastic, and I do want to emphasize that both of these runners are amazing runners, and you should 100% go check them out after this match, because I believe you both stream on Twitch.
Yes.
Well, I am very excited to see what is to come from both of you. And Darkman, even though it wasn't your day, I still think you did amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I wanted to ask you both a question, because there's a lot of people here. This is our last 70 rando race of today. If someone wanted to discover more about 70 rando, and if they wanted to get better, what would you say are your key principles of improving in this category?
And non-stop?
Yeah,
Or...
both of you. In non-stop and rando.
So like for regular and non-stop, it's a little bit of different strategies, of course, going into it. But if we're talking about non-stop right now, it's important to like make sure that you're always collecting stars. And if you can't find a star, like you gotta always be moving. You can't just you just can't be sitting there thinking what you want to do, because if the time you spend thinking is just sitting there wasting time. Always be moving to go get another star, and if you can't find one, just move on, keep going. It's just always gotta be moving, getting started. People spend too much time thinking, they spend too much time, entering stuff into their trackers, and that time adds up very fast.
Darkman, do you have some advice for our budding 70 stars?
Yeah, that was like nice advice. Also, don't forget that to try to pause on some stage, because you can have a nice view of the stage and you can look up quickly for some stars, like in Rainbow Ride or TTM. On those stages, you can just pause the game to try to find star, and if you can't find star, you just like move on and try something else.
Also, another piece of advice I have is not in these settings, because in these settings, when you kill a boss, the boss star spawns right in front of you. But in the speedrun.com settings, when you kill a boss, the star can go anywhere. So
yeah, true.
I prefer to kill a boss first, because that way the star can like yeet somewhere, and while it's yeeting, it can reveal locations of other stars.
And this is same for secret stars, chest stars, and every star like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's fantastic advice.
And also, yeah, classic rondo doesn't have vanilla spawns, so you have to like adapt considering where you are spawning as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like in Battles in the Sky, for example, like I said, that box was in the way of my triple jump, so you gotta adapt and reroute quickly. And
You guys
also,
adapt incredibly.
And also, you don't have to get keys in like rondo for speedruns to come. So
that is true.
Fine.
That's true. Right, thank you guys so very much. We are gonna have to move on because we have a very exciting show match. 70 star between Laysource and Chip Groove. Thanks for racing.
Oh, whoa.
Do appreciate you guys.
That's a big boy match. Okay, yeah, I'll be watching that. Yeah.
We're going into intermission, but do stick around for it.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys for having us.